Joining me now for a closer look at the impacts of the outage is Daniel Castro here in Washington, D.C. He's Vice President at the Information Technology and Innovation Foundation. Daniel, great to see you. I want to get your reaction to the scope of this software update. So many industries around the world hit. Was this something that was perhaps bound to happen at some point?
It was bound to happen. I mean, what we know is that we're all using the same technology. Doctors, hospitals, financial institutions, banks, everyone is using the same system. So when you have a failure of this magnitude occur, something that's unexpected but widely deployed and quickly is sent out to all the systems around the world, it affects everyone. This is one of the biggest IT outages we've ever seen. And the problem here is that it took very little time to have this outage occur. It's going to take a lot of time to clean it up.
Yeah, it's actually somewhat scary. The CEO of CrowdStrike said earlier today was not a security or cyber incident. Our customers remain fully protected. Are you confident in that statement? And to that point, what weaknesses did this expose?
The biggest concern for most corporations and organizations is that they are going to be the victim of a cyber attack, ransomware, phishing attack, and they've invested so much into preventing these, and that's what the CrowdStrike software is supposed to prevent. The problem is they weren't planning on the attack basically coming from the system itself. That kind of basically, instead of the natural disaster, they were getting the man-made disaster, and that's what they weren't prepared for. Now, all companies, they do think about resiliency. They do things like have backups, have restore points. So there is a way to go back and recover these systems. But again, that takes a lot of effort. And because of the magnitude of this incident, so much manpower, there's only so much manpower available to recover. And that's why it's taking so long. And that's why this is going to be a very expensive failure in the end.
I want to get your thoughts on that in just a moment, but could something like this happen again? And not sure if you could walk us through maybe the process that happens whenever an update of this magnitude goes through. I mean, I imagine there had to be some testing to make sure something like this wouldn't happen or could happen.
That's right. Whenever there's a major update, especially an update to privileged software, which is what this is, it's not just an app that might be running on one of these desktops or servers. This is because it's a security software. It has special privileges for the operating system. When you have a failure there, those failures can be more significant. When you have a failure in an update to the operating system, those failures can be very significant. And that's why these are typically very robustly tested. In this case, and we're still waiting to see all of what happened, and there'll probably be a big post-mortem on this at some point. But it looks like this was not widely tested. And so there was a bug that they were not expecting that caused basically the processors on these servers and computers to run at capacity and then crash and then become unrecoverable. And that's what then took down, of course, so many systems. And again, it's kind of the worst nightmare for most organizations. First, it's in the summer when a lot of people are on vacation. You might not be fully staffed up. Second, it's across multiple industries. So even outside support that you might have, they're also overloaded, and there's just not capacity there to quickly recover.
And no doubt, we will still have to wait and see what the economic impact of this is. Daniel Castro, thank you so much for joining us from here in Washington, D.C.